Hello again, we're back here with another guide to Final Fantasy XI. This one for the quest Forge Your Destiny, prerequisite of course being level 30 or higher, as this is a job unlock quest for Samurai. And as you can see, I am here in Norg, which brings me to the point of, if you have not done the Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, the first part that I have made a guide for, do that, please. It is very, very important to do that so you can get here easier than the absolute mess that is the other ways of getting here. Anyway, I'll digress on that one, and if you'd like a guide on how to get here without doing Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, just let me know in the comments, and I will torture myself for you if that is what you wish for. But anyway, up here in Norg we do not have a map, but it is at K8, next to the oaken door. I'm going to talk to this gentleman and have a, well, conversation. Say yes to his request and he will tell you to get him some things. And you need to ask his pupils where to get the things that he needs. Of course. Now, you can talk to them in any order, it doesn't really matter. There is, well, we'll see. Let's see, are any of them up here? No, they're all down low, I believe. The easiest one to find, of course, being this woman here, who will give you the lump of Oriental steel. And pretty much tell you what to do with it. The next one is, let's see if I can spot him easy. There he is. This gentleman way in the back here, who will give you a sacred sprig. Now, from here, you can either go to the Kronstadt Highlands or the Sanctuary of Zita. You can do this in any order, really. I'm going to go to the Highlands first, so editing me will cut us till we're there. So once you've arrived in the Highlands, either by walking here, taking the survival guides, or teleporting, guides to that coming soon, you want to head to this little spot over here. This little dangly spot off the side of the map on the west side, midwest side. The actual middle of the map to the west. And up here, of course, we've got a mount. If you haven't followed the mount guide, I definitely recommend that as well. But if you've been following the guides, you definitely got it. And thumbs up for you, if you have. As we get up in here, we are going to want to dismount. Oh, there's an earth elemental in here. Neat. Now, nothing out here will be aggressive to you at level 30. However, you probably want to get the old trusts out, just in case. Even if you don't think you'll need them, they'll make this fight a lot easier. And I'm just gonna call out a bunch of DPS and handle the healing myself, because I am a white mage. Your mileage may vary, depending on what job you've chosen. Oh, and the weather stopped. Okay. Now you want to come to this spot, and you're going to trade it the lump of Oriental steel. And it will lure out the forger. And you just want to bonk this bomb on the head until it is a repair it. Until it returns to the Forest of Beginnings as well. Pretty short fight with trusts, especially at level 50. And you will find and obtain a lump of bomb steel now. Now you've got the first part of this down, or the second part, depending on what order you've done them in. In any case, editing me will now make the trip to, oh my goodness, the trip to the Sanctuary of Zita a lot faster. You want to get some things, though, before you go, so we'll be doing that as well. Now, there's a couple of things you want to get before you go to the Sanctuary of Zita. The first one is an axe. You can get these in several locations, I believe here and in Windurst. here it is, this NPC here in southern Sandoria. You want to purchase a hatchet or two. I'm just going to grab 12. The next thing you'll need is a map. I'm not going to list all the map sellers, but the map you want is the map of the Linkdump region. And up next, I'm going to tell you how to get there. Alright, so we're out here in the mountains. You can get here either by walking here or taking the outpost warp, or the survival guide, of course. You can see we're up here in the northeasternmost point. Now, if you haven't been here before, you're going to want to take the long walk up this little wiggly path to the Sanctuary of Zeta. Now, once you're in here, you can get the survival guide in here at the outpost, which is on the map, which, of course, we certainly should have. Boom, you can see it up there, blinking at the outpost. Now, I'm going to take you on a path that goes by there, because we can get where we're going from there, actually. The point we're looking for is actually not on the map, which is a kind of a butt nibble. Now you're going to want to be mounted for this one, or have sneak and invisible, because I believe some of the goblins will be aggressive to level 30 in the area here, but as we get deeper there are higher level goblins and some uppity bats as we go. I don't believe the leeches will actually aggro, nor will the mushroom critters. However, they are fairly decent level. Yeah. So if you want to pick a fight with one, be aware of that. Now, like I said, there are some higher level goblins up in here, and we're getting past them right now. The goblin robbers, they check easy prey at level 50. The lesser Galus, the bats, let's see, where are they? They're sound aggressive. And they check easy prey at level 50 as well, so even if you're a higher level, you might want to mount up or get sneak and invis, as they can be a bit of a pain in the bum. Now you can get your survival guide here, if you haven't already gotten it. But then you kind of want to make your way to the east, to the eastern parts of the map, as we go. Now you see the big trees on the map all the way to the east there, and the little lumps on the edge of the map? That's where we're going. This is one of my favorite areas, of course, in the game. Definitely a favorite for me. The music is great. If I wasn't mounted, you'd be able to hear that. And a lot of the little details they put into this map are fantastic. A lot of love in this game. I probably said that before in another video ages ago, but they have put a lot of love into this game, into crafting the maps and everything. Definitely what makes it one of my favorites. Now, as we get over here, we're going to start looking for things like this, which I believe this is our tunnel that we're looking for. It takes us off the map. It's another one of these. To the great big tree in the back of this area. And that is a great big tree. A great big tree. Anywho, I'm going to digress, and we're going to look for that. That is what we're looking for. Now when you get here, you're going to want to dismount or drop invisible if you have it. Once again, trusts will make this fight a lot easier. At level 30, you're definitely going to need them. At level 50, you might be able to just pound through on your own. But I'm calling the trusts because, well, I don't want to be here bonking something with this hammer as white mage for as long as it's going to take. So when you get here, you want to get up a little bit, if you can. It's tricky. And we are trading a hatchet, which is pretty much using it, and you'll sense an evil presence. And that's the Guardian Treant. I'm going to want to walk this feller. And by the power of editing, it's a quick fight. Now you want to get back on your high spot. And now you want to trade the sprig to the question mark. And you will get a sacred branch from it. Now you want to make your way back to Norg. And back in Norg, where I feel compelled to once again mention, if you haven't done Rhapsodies of Vana'diel, please do. It's the fastest way to get to Norg. Makes it a lot easier. If you've come other ways, my goodness. Alright. Now you want to trade your bomb steel and sacred branch back to this gentleman who gave you the quest. And he will reward you for your services when he has finished the katana. How long will it take? 3 days. 3 Vana'diel days. Which is 3 real-world hours. Which means editing me is going to come in here and make this a lot shorter of a trip for y'all than it is for me. Enjoy your wait, though. While you do that, you can do some other things. Like what, you ask? I have no idea. But have fun with it. So once you've waited your prerequisite 3 hours, 3 whole hours, or maybe have completely forgotten about this quest for the last week and have finally gotten back to it, you just talk to this gentleman again for a cutscene. And you get a little fancy sword, the ability to become a samurai, and of course, the best part about these, job emote, samurai. And you can display your fighting spirit. That's all for this video, this guide. Like, comment, subscribe, bring friends to do the same. Patreon if you're so inclined. And yeah, that's all. I shall see you in the next guide. Until then, happy gaming.